Man, this is crazy. So this is a newer GE Laundry Center tub, or the outer tub that we're looking at. I'm in the process of doing a rebuild. The inner steel basket is supposed to be the wash basket. This is the only part that's left inside of here of that basket. Somehow, the entire center drivetrain of this inner tub has rotted completely off. Sorry, my shop's a little messy, but look at this. All of these. I busted the hole in the tub trying to get the drum out because the agitator, which is right here, is broken off because it was seized onto the drive shaft and I physically had to cut it out in pieces. This has been one of the most nightmare jobs. So if you guys are thinking about doing this, probably reconsider. This is a $600 job. And that's doing this cheaply because obviously you have to have a new steel basket. There's no way you get the agitator out because it's completely seized in there. So you need a whole new agitator kit. And then once you get that, I actually had to have a transmission for it, which that's the new transmission, that's the new agitator, and then that's the new tub. Because the unit's only about 3 or 4 years old. It's an $1,100 unit. So they would rather have it rebuilt and save $500. But honestly, I kind of underbid this job. Because it's a lot more work than what I anticipated. You need a lot more stuff than what I anticipated. And I honestly didn't expect a 3-year-old unit to have the entire drive shaft. Or not the drive shaft, but the the spider gear basically on the bottom of the tub just rotted off like this. But unfortunately, because how bad the agitator was stuck, you actually can see where I was trying to cut it off. I actually hit the transmission, which is pretty much impossible to avoid. So you have to have a transmission as well. So this has been a nightmare of a job, but it's getting done slowly but surely. Thank God. So we're going to come back in just a moment. Alright, so this is what the basket would look like when it was new. This is actually going to be the new hardware kit. Thank God it actually comes with that. You don't have to pay for that separately. But now what we have to do is take this transmission off because it's damaged, unfortunately. If the transmission was not damaged, taking this out, we wouldn't have to do this. We just swap the basket out. But unfortunately, because we had to cut the agitator out, the transmission did get damaged. So we are going to end up replacing this, which is not technically a bad thing. Since we're already here, might as well do it. So I'll show you the other one. So here's the gear that completely broke off of the other one. Sorry for that. That was the washers. So you can see that versus that. So I'm going to get this pulled off, and then I'll put it all back together, and this nightmare will finally be over. Oh, and I forgot to mention, that other box way over there, the flat square one on the floor, that's the new toe ring for this. Because when this whole thing started, when this basket broke, they didn't know what it was doing to get out of balance, and it rubbed the tub ring completely through. So it needed a new tub ring and the basket, obviously. But we had to do the agitator and the transmission because the agitator was physically seized on there. I tried everything under the sun to pry that thing off there. I let it soak in PB Blaster for 48 hours. You name it, I have tried to pull that thing off there. It physically would not. So I wound up getting my oscillating tool and a Diablo blade and cutting chunks out of this thing. And it actually took almost an hour of cutting sections out and chiseling to finally get that thing out of there, because you don't have any room inside of this washer to work. So it really was a nightmare just to get that thing out of there. But once I got the agitator finally cut out, everything else so far has been pretty smooth sailing. So if anybody does have to do this, if that agitator comes out, you should be home free, because that's the biggest headache. So if you do decide to do this, try to pull that off first. If it does come off, you're already winning. So you could probably knock this job out. But other than that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up because it's really late here. And I probably should go to bed soon. So y'all have a good night.